I wanted to focus on what needed to be done above the Unified Area Command level, which had already been established in the region under Admiral Landry. I wanted to focus on those things that were distracting the Unified Area Command from doing their job, work interagency issues in Washington, deal with the governmental structures, Congress and so forth, and not duplicate or try and assume tactical control of any of the operations from Washington. As a 39-year veteran of the Coast Guard, the last thing anybody wants is what we would call the 3,000-mile screwdriver, making adjustments and changes. So the second notion was very difficult for the people in this country to understand, and our political leaders, was the fact that ultimately there was a fiduciary link between the responsible party and the shareholders, which would bring into question whether or not every decision could, should, or would have been made based on what was best for the environment and the response itself. We need to take a look at the National Contingency Plan. We need to really think about what we mean by the concept of responsible party and how we want that to actually look in the future. Something we might want to consider is the creation of a qualified individual that would represent the industry, oversee the response, have access to the resources, but basically would be firewall from any fiduciary link back to the shareholders. Because of the uniqueness of oil and chemical spills, multi-jurisdictions, the fact that they go beyond state water, there was a presumption in the Oil Pollution Act of 1990 that the federal government will coordinate this. That is not what the cities and counties and locales in the Gulf have been used to. For a large spill, they're used to the Stafford Act structure where the resources are provided to them and they execute it. And we learned that because of the size of the spill and the differences between that and the Stafford Act response, it was going to take more hands-on interaction and partnering to achieve those effects we need.